let's move on to the next topic. Wedding gone wrong, as dead ex-wife reappears at the wedding. A Nigerian Twitter user has narrated how the wife of the man her sister was expected to get married to last week Saturday showed up at her wedding amidst claims of being dead. Now, the person who posted this disclosed that the man had told her sister that his wife was already dead, but refused taking down her photos in his house. However, the dead woman showed up at the wedding last week Saturday with proof of their marriage. At this point, should I say gege? I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing at someone's misfortune. I'm sorry, but I mean,
who was he marrying?
As far as ridiculousness
goes. Who was he marrying?
He was marrying another woman,
okay,
and he told her his ex-wife was already dead.
Okay.
And then the dead woman showed up at the wedding with evidence that she was already still married to the man.
I think I really watched something like that on the internet. I think that one even happened in Benin, where the lady the man sponsored the lady abroad, and she was actually made to prostitute abroad, sending money to the man. The man went to arrange another wedding there and told the new wife that he had divorced the other one and that she was into prostitution. He didn't send her and all that. Meanwhile, he was the one that forced her to go and do that to better life for them. So there are always bad people everywhere. The woman wasn't dead. That's the proof that she wasn't dead. The man lied. So we have so many of these reoccurring from time to time. Men who goes to women to say, oh, my wife is dead. I've divorced my wife. I've never been married. And all kinds of lies. They use it to trap another woman. And what I want to say here is that I expect that if a boy is saying, because marriage is a very serious affair. It's not something you're going to go into for 1 month, 2 months and come back. It's a life affair. You're going to live all your life with this person. It is always very, very important that don't just because you have been looking for a husband, now you have seen one, you jump at it and you just want it. No, investigate the person you want to marry. Know this man to his house, to his family. There was even a case of a young lady that I know in Lagos here, that a man also living in Lagos with his family, abandoned his family somewhere in Surulere, came to somewhere in Ijuro to start a new life, second life here, another life there. While he was still married to the wife, claimed to join the church, became very active in the church. Just because he wanted that woman. He got that woman, wedded her in church, and before you know it, everything got open. That this man had 2 children from his wife. And
I mean, all the stories, to some people can seem ambiguous, but I have a personal experience. I have been to a wedding before I attended the wedding. She's still a close friend of mine, and she's a very renowned person now in the movie industry. So I'm not going to mention her name. She was getting married, and incidentally, I knew her and the guy. When they were dating, they were always together, and I mean always together, to the point that they were already living lovers. They were living together, and then she got pregnant, and of course a wedding was planned. You need to see the invitation card. Their photos were on the invitation card. I went gorgeously dressed, got to the registry, and then all hell broke loose. The wife came with 3 children. I couldn't believe it. I've been hearing stories like that before. This happened right before my eyes. Thankfully, she has moved on. She's married again now. She's got 4 children for this new. I'm excited. But these things do happen. But when you're talking about investigating a man, how much more in most cases should you know about the man to the point that the man is even living with you? You get what I'm trying to say?
Yes, patience. I think also to a very large extent, there are some, because that as we were talking, that reminded me of a case that happened so many years ago. Myself and this girl were working in the same office. They were working for Mama Idausa. Both of us were working for Mama Idausa then, and she was married to a man. Herself and this man would sit together in the church. They would gist while the message is on. Everybody saw them as lovers. Perfect example of what marriage should be. Before you know it, her husband was dating another girl. The girl was coming to the house. The man introduced the girl to her as his cousin. So the girl comes to the house as his cousin. Do you understand? Until a wedding invitation card came out between him and this girl. They gave it to an elder in the church. Of course, they had gone for introduction. When they went for the introduction, this man called elders from the church, told them he was marrying her for his brother who is abroad. He was marrying her for himself. Until the whole thing became something else. The wife was pregnant for years. The thing was not developing. The whole thing came out. They were brought before the late Bishop Benson Idahosa. It was Idahosa who told the girl, look to my face and tell me what is going on between you and this man. That this girl now confessed. That even the pregnancy that the woman that is not developing in their spiritual world, they wanted to get rid of.
Okay, now we're going into another realm now. Let me move to Moki.
Okay,
Moki on this issue. Wow.
Well, one thing I've discovered here in this country is, or one thing I think that would help us a great deal is when we're truly honest to ourselves, and then when we have issues, when we've witnessed something, we're bold enough. Especially when we've turned our back to those things, we should be bold enough to talk about it.
To speak out.
So we can help somebody. Now, I'm going to use myself as an example. I don't know, that's what I do, and that's what I love so much to do. What we're talking about is a typical example of what I've been through.
Wow.
Okay, yes. And a man came and claimed to be a husband-to-be. And I let go every other thing, not knowing that there was somebody he was keeping. And like Pastor said, know the man to the core. And I've come to discover that most times is when a lady gets to the point, the age of getting married, if you have not discovered yourself, you begin to allow the pressure of the society pressure, the family pressure to get into you, and you see yourself entering a marriage you don't know anything about. Already. And that happened to me.
Wow.
And I didn't check the things I'm supposed to check. I did not pray. Though I prayed, I was looking at a man that we can build together, suffer together, and they grow together. And then among the suitors I had then, he was actually the perfect person. But it was all in cover. It was all in disguise. At the end of the day, my money was being used to build house in the village.
Wow.
And when the marriage ended, it was then I discovered he was now wanted to go pay bride price for the one he has been
keeping.
After 2 children.
And I'm sure at some point in your relationship, you must have met family members of this man.
Nobody said anything.
That is another angle to it. A lot of times, the families of this men,
they are
also they are also accomplices in this crime. It is a crime. It is a crime.
Like the one I told you about the mother was
of course.
Especially when you're comfortable, so they are gaining from you.
Yes.
Even when
I
came back from abroad after giving birth, the mom came for Mugo. Everything, it was the conversation that let me know they were building house in the village.
Wow.
And for no reason, he walked away. There was no reason. Only that, what's the meaning of piss me off? You say I piss you off. Somebody that is educated, you say you piss you off. You piss me off, you get me angry. Why are you talking this way? You must wash plate for my younger brothers. Excuse me? Those were the things that...
Those were just cover up. The real thing is that there's somebody else. There's somebody else.
So my question still remains again. How do you really, investigate to the T?
The truth.
Because sometimes
you really cannot. The Bible said the heart of a man is desperately wicked. Who can know except God? So you need the grace. You need the grace of God. There are some things that you can handle, I can handle. And that's why when it gets to that point, give space so you don't die before your time. That's the truth. Because if you say, I investigate this one, maybe the person you're going to ask might be the person that
is planning it with him.
So how do you know?
They'll tell you
and
what they
when
want
you
you to
pray
hear.
also, believe in God. Believe in me, God will lead you also. Most times we don't bring God first. That's the problem.
This is a whole lot. I mean, this lady's life just got ruined, just like that. All right, let's look at some messages. Bayo from Ibadan says, what of husband's demand for... What if a husband demands for sex, but wife refuses, or wife biting husband because husband demand for sex? Uncle Bayo, what did you do to wifey before you got to that level? And then again, somebody was actually asking a question. I forgot to read that one. What if it is the woman who, is forcing the man? And by law, Nigerian constitution, a woman cannot rape a man, okay? Because there is no way there can be penal penetration, okay? A woman cannot rape a man, a woman cannot rape a woman by the Nigerian law, okay? So men should stop giving that excuse, really. I'm not saying a woman cannot abuse a man. That's not what I said, okay? But when it comes to rape, no. Okay.
Patience, I think we quickly can tell such a person, be a friend to your wife. If you're a friend to your wife, she cannot refuse you. When she's tired, you will understand.
True.
It is because there is no friendship.
Exactly.
It is because you are
Stop seeing her like she's your property.
She's not a property. She's
she belongs to you as a wife, but not as an object.
Yes.
There is a difference. All right, Jamil from Matogo in Ogun State says, wedding gone wrong because there is no love in the marriage, or parents forcing their daughter or son to marry the person that they do not love. All right, so many messages on this particular topic, but we'll have to come back to read them. We're about to go for the news break now, but we'll also come back after the news break. But first, let's go and see this quick video on yet another wedding gone wrong. We'll be right back.
This is James and Linda's wedding ceremony.
Why you may not be openly going together in matrimony. You may not confess.
And this is the part where the minister says, if anyone knows any reason why these two should not be wed, speak now or forever hold your peace. That's James' ex-girlfriend Karen.
I would like to say that Linda has been knocking me for 6 years. When I asked him about Linda, he told me she's nothing but a freak. She ain't got no morals, she ain't got no value. I think it's wrong.
Looks like Karen couldn't hold her peace for a second.
Now what's going on? I want to know what's going on.
And now, wedlock becomes gridlock as the wedding party takes sides and starts duking it out. So much for the wedding ceremony. This bride promised to take her husband for better or for worse, but it can't get any worse than this.
So many stories, you know, on this issue. Okay, this other one, Omo Oye from Ibadan says, I've seen a woman after years come out to tell the man his son was not the man's children. Why do you women try to do as if women are not bad? Nobody is trying to